Hey there, coffee lovers. Logan here, professional barista for MajestyCoffee.com, and today we're going over 5 tips for latte art for complete beginners. Let's get started. So my first tip when starting out with latte art is going to be working on your milk consistency. We really want to create microfoam and introduce small amounts of air during the aeration process. Even if you don't nail this on the first try, what you can do with those bigger bubbles is tap them out on the counter. After that, we want to keep our milk swirling within the pitcher to make sure it all stays incorporated and doesn't separate into thicker foam on top and thinner foam on the bottom. A good tip with this is to pour out a little bit off the top before you actually try pouring latte art, and this will eliminate some of that thicker foam. After that, just swirl a few more times and begin your pour. Tip number 2 involves the tilt of your pitcher and your vessel. We want to tilt both of these toward each other, with our aim being getting the spout of our pitcher as close to the espresso as possible. This is going to create a much richer design. So we want to tilt those in toward each other, almost so your espresso's tipping over, but not quite. The tricky part is learning how to then reset your vessel as you're pouring so it doesn't tilt over. Try practicing this at first with just water in both of your cups to get that tilt action down. Tip number 3 when first starting out is going to be pouring high and slow in the center. One of the issues may be if you're pouring too high though, it will create bubbles within your espresso. So work on finding that correct balance, but pour high and into the center, working your way around to create a nice base. And once your vessel is about halfway full, that's when we really want to dip in and create our design. Tip number 4 is adding a little bit more contrast in by either using more shots of espresso, adding some chocolate, or pouring into food coloring. This will help you actually see what's going on while you're pouring with the extra contrast added. And tip number 5 is going to be practice using a smaller vessel at first, preferably between 12 and 6 ounces. The smaller the better, because this will allow you to really get in and create your design. Even if you end up steaming too much milk, what you can do is just transfer a little bit into a smaller pitcher and then work on pouring into that smaller vessel. Sometimes when our vessel is too large, it just creates a big problem when trying to make a good design. It may come out too small. So I hope you were able to pick up on something new here today. Whether you're a business owner trying to wow your customers, or a home user trying to take your espresso to the next level, our Latte Art Mastery course was designed specifically with you in mind. Try it for 30 days, and if you're not completely satisfied, it's totally free. Check it out on MajestyCoffee.com/latte. Thanks for joining, and we'll see ya in class.